Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, the fastest growing industry in America is obviously technology. We'll be speaking to the chairman of the board of Tech Titans next.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, I know every parent wants the best for their son or daughter. If I was a young parent and I had a young teenage boy or girl, I would be telling them technology. There's a never-ending sea of possibilities. You can go as far as you want in technology. Somebody who knows that very much is my next guest. Is Marvin Harris Jr. He's the chairman of the board of Tech Titans. Thanks for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you for having me, Jeff.
Absolutely. Well, I want to start at the beginning. So you told me before the show your first interest in STEM was in 7th grade.
Yes. Actually, when I was at school, I was in the 7th grade, and we had this program called the 7th and 8th grade technology program, and it was actually from Purdue University. And that was my first exposure to STEM, and it was a great program. What they did was they invite students to the university. You stayed on campus, you talked to the professors, you actually go to the school classrooms, do STEM events, and it was a great time. So I really enjoyed that, and that's one of the reasons why I got involved in STEM.
Wow, and you've just been elected to be the chair of the Tech Titans board. That's an awesome responsibility, and just to remind people what Tech Titans is, it's been around for 30 plus years. Right,
and Tech Titans is essentially, 4 major elements. The first one being our Gala Awards event, where we're recognizing industry leaders for all the great things that they do, not only industry leaders, but teachers as well. Secondly is our education workforce program, where we're connecting the schools with the industry. Secondly is our programs and forums, where we're bringing in industry leaders to talk about, advanced topics like AI. And then fourth, we're connecting innovators, small companies with investors. And so these are companies with 2 million or less in revenue, have customers, and they're ready for their next investment, like Series A and Series B.
Outstanding. We're going to pull up the homepage, and as we scroll down the homepage, let's talk about the people who tend to gravitate towards Tech Titans. What do your members look like?
Our members are comprised of both Fortune 500 and also small companies as well, startups. And so, we range from very small to very large corporations. We're always looking for new members, especially in this area, because we're expanding into different areas in ISDs, and so we're always looking for new volunteers.
Absolutely, and I know you're passionate about STEM because you're a product of STEM. What have you seen in the last decade? Are we seeing more young ladies getting interested in technology?
Oh, absolutely, and not only that, we have our own program specifically for young ladies. We have a Women in Technology and STEM, where we put together a panel. And this panel is specifically of all women who are in STEM. We go to the school and we'll talk to the young ladies about, hey, you've seen live examples of women in STEM, and so it kind of gives them ability to connect. And yeah, we're trying to get more young ladies involved in the STEM.
And you have a big event coming up in April. Tell us about that.
Oh, yes. I'm really excited about this event in April. We are partnering with COSM, Tech Titans partnering with COSM. We are, and if you're not familiar with COSM, it is located in Grandscape, and there's only 2 facilities in all the United States. We have one here in Texas, and then the other one is in Los Angeles. And the COSM, you can think of it as a big dome sphere, great innovation, great technology. And so we're going to be putting together a STEM event where we're partnering with multiple ISDs, and it's going to be a great time.
Outstanding. And that was, you said it was partly inspired by your kids?
Yes. I remember going in January to the COSM, and we watched two events there. And the great thing about it is I talked to my son and my daughter. I said, hey, would you like to, what would you think if your school, brought you here to this event? And they were just full of gee, and they were like, oh, absolutely. And then I got the idea. I said, you know what? We need to have a STEM event here if it is able to inspire kids like that. And so this is where the whole idea of partnering with COSM came about.
That's beautiful. You also have a big innovation expo that you do every year. We've got a little video. Why don't you describe this event?
Yeah, the Innovation Expo is what I had mentioned earlier. And essentially, these are small companies, right? This allows them to pitch their ideas to investors. So we'll have a forum where investors will walk around. They have 7 minutes. They're allowed to talk to the investors, and then afterwards we have a big networking event where if investors want to learn more about their company, they're able to do so. And this is all about networking, and this is kind of where we're able to partner these two together, investors and small companies.
I want your input on this. I remember in the 50s, Sputnik went up, so the Russians or the Soviets had the first advantage in space, right. And then John F. Kennedy said we will be to the moon in the next decade, and we ended up winning the space race. Well, about a month ago, DeepSeek came out, and the Chinese actually kind of thumbed their nose at the U.S. I see headlines where tech companies are spending hundreds of billions of dollars. Will we win the tech race, and do you think the young people will get on board?
That's a good question. I actually believe that we will win the tech race. I mean, we have multiple companies, multiple tech companies pouring billions of dollars into AI. I was just at a STEM event earlier this month, and they were talking about their AI program. And so, I think absolutely we're going to do a great job. In terms of the students themselves, they already know about ChatGPT. They're already learning about the advances and the advantages of using AI. And so our younger youth are getting accustomed to how to use these tools. And so as we invest in these tools, this allows them to leverage those tools to do further advancements. And so it's a great time to learn about AI and learn about all the tools. It would definitely increase your productivity. And so I think everyone should invest some time in AI.
Absolutely. Okay, Marvin, we're almost out of time. So look into the camera on the left and let's have a call to action, because I know that there are tickets still available for your events.
Oh, well, the event that we have for the COSM is a closed event, but okay. We are inviting potential members who want to join Tech Titans just to get an opportunity to see what we're doing in the community. So if you're interested in learning about Tech Titans, contact us on our website, or you can contact me on LinkedIn, and we'll be happy to reserve a seat for you.
Outstanding. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show, and we're going to end with the website, which again, techtitans.org. The great Marvin Harris Jr. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.